Greasing your scalp is a part of our heritage. So like, why did we stop? The million-dollar question, does grease grow your hair? By the end of this video, you'll learn the difference between hair grease and oil, and if hair grease is truly, for real, honestly, canceled. Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sharon, and today the topic of discussion is, drum roll please, hair grease. To grease thy scalp or not to grease thy scalp is the question. For the best relaxed hair tricks and tips, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also click the bell so you're notified every week when I post a video. You don't want to miss out. Go ahead, click that bell. So I want to give a quick shout out to, hold up, I gotta put on my glasses, remember for style, not for me to see, to Nisha West. Hey girl, hey, sending you love. And she asks, have you ever used Blue Magic grease or any at all? Honestly, I didn't know what to say, what my answer would be. I don't know, it's been years since I used grease. One of the reasons were because, of course, on YouTube, I heard a lot of people saying that you shouldn't use hair grease and why it's bad for your hair. I decided, let me see what's up with grease. So I went back to school, went to work, and did my research to answer the question, hair grease or oil? And is grease really canceled? School is back in session. What is the difference between grease and oil? Grease is a term used to describe heavy pomades that are thick in consistency. They typically include ingredients like petroleum and mineral oil. Oils are lighter than grease and they're produced in a liquid form. Oils are typically natural, lighter weight, and they absorb into the hair and scalp easier. So the main difference between hair grease and oil is the consistency of each product. Hair grease is thicker, it's heavier, it's going to be heavy on your hair, it will weigh your hair down, whereas oil is lightweight, it's going to absorb into the hair. Why does grease have a negative connotation? So hair grease has a negative connotation because of the ingredients, because of what is in the grease. So the two ingredients, well, the main two ingredients that give it that negative, like, oh no, we can't use grease, is one, petroleum, and two would be mineral oil. So petroleum is, hold on, let me put on my fake readers, my glam readers. Okay, so let me read it from my laptop. Petroleum, also called crude oil, is a fossil fuel. Okay, fossil fuel is a fossil fuel. Like coal and natural gas, petroleum was formed from the remains of ancient marine organisms such as plants, algae, and bacteria. So petroleum is a semi-solid substance that is composed of non-polar, water-repelling hydrocarbons. Okay, it is widely used in the cosmetics industry because it is cheaper to use as a filler ingredient than other oils. Petroleum is a common ingredient in hair care products that are formulated and marketed to the ethnic markets. Now that's what Google told me. That's where I got that from. Okay, so petroleum jellies can create the illusion that your hair is moisturized, it's hydrated, it's shiny, and it does give it that shine, but it's not truly moisturizing your hair. So it's a water repellent and it's not water soluble, meaning that it's going to create a barrier to keep the moisture in your hair and your skin. So petroleum jellies are known to be safe to use on your skin and hair. They are safe for all skin types. So the main example of petroleum jelly is, of course, Vaseline. Back in the day, when you think of old school, before you like about to, well, not me, but before anybody's about to get into a fight, You know how they slather on the Vaseline because it's like it's a protectant. It's going to protect your skin from any cuts. So Vaseline is the main example of petroleum jelly. What is mineral oil? Mineral oil is a clear, odorless liquid that is found in many cosmetics products and personal care products such as hair products. That's a lot of products. Mineral oil is from highly refined, processed, it's petroleum oil. It's petroleum, pretty much. Y'all, I don't know the science. I don't know. It's made out of petroleum. So it's processed, purified, and refined petroleum. So is petroleum jelly, which is in hair care products, is that the same petroleum that is in gasoline? And the answer is yes. It is the same ingredient, but the petroleum jelly that is in hair products are processed, refined. It's the same thing, but it's better. You can use it on your hair and your skin. So petroleum jelly and mineral oils are said to be a no-no when it comes to your hair. You shouldn't use products that have petroleum jelly or mineral oil in them. But petroleum jelly and mineral oil are not bad for your hair, but there is a way that you should use these oils and jellies. So let's go over that. So number one, grease. Hair grease is not a moisturizer. It isn't going to moisturize your hair. It's a sealant. So it's going to seal whatever moisture that is on your hair already. It's going to seal that moisture into your hair and into your scalp. So it's going to create a barrier so the moisture can't come out. So you have to keep that in mind when using hair grease. And I believe that's the major reason why hair grease is seen as wrong, because you're using it for the wrong reasons. So the same thing applies with natural oils. So like coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil, castor oil. Those oils are the same. It doesn't add moisture. What it's going to do is seal in whatever moisture that is in your hair and also give you shine. It isn't going to moisturize your hair. Now it is natural and it will absorb into your hair and your skin, so it's not just going to lay on top like the grease, like the petroleum jelly and the mineral oil. It is going to absorb into the skin and absorb into the hair, but it still is a sealant. It isn't a moisturizer. So what is the best way to use hair grease? Being that it's a barrier and it's going to seal in any moisture, it's not really recommended that you grease your scalp. So greasing your scalp every day is a no, because unless you have just washed your hair and did a moisturizing treatment and your scalp is damp and moisturized, then you want to seal in that moisture, you would use grease. But to put grease on top of a dry scalp, if you're greasing your scalp for moisture so you don't have dry, flaky skin on your scalp, then it's just going to make the problem worse. So it's going to put a seal over your dry scalp. So it's going to let your scalp remain dry and no moisture is going to get through that barrier to moisturize your scalp. So you can't apply grease to dry scalp. It's not going to help. Grease is not a moisturizer. It's a sealant. So what's recommended is to use the grease on your hair. Like an oil, like you would do the lock method, you would treat your grease as an oil to lock and seal in the moisture. So you would wash your hair, your moisturizer on it or a moisturizing product, and then to seal the moisture into your hair, you would then go in with the grease to seal in the moisture. But once again, grease is not a moisturizer. It isn't going to moisturize your hair. It's only going to seal in what was already on your hair. Can grease clog your pores? And the answer is no. Grease cannot clog your pores. Grease is not absorbed into hair or skin. It sits on top of your hair, your skin. It will cause buildup, but it will not clog your pores. So when you are using grease, you do have to use shampoos, and not any shampoo. You need to go in with a sulfate shampoo to get rid of the coating that the grease has on your hair and your scalp. Using a sulfate shampoo, that also gives grease a bad rep because especially in the natural hair community, sulfate shampoos are a no for hair. So with that comes, if you're using grease, you have to use a sulfate shampoo, which can cause your hair to be dry. But there's ways around that. You can always use a sulfate shampoo, do one wash with your sulfate, and then go back in with a sulfate free shampoo and deep condition. Your hair should be okay. But I believe that's the reason why grease is seen as bad, because it is going to coat your hair. So yes, use a sulfate shampoo. The lifelong question: does hair grease grow your hair? And when I say back in the day, we were truly believing that hair grease grew your hair. Like if you grease your scalp every night before bed with your wrap and your bonnet, that your hair would grow. But it isn't really the hair grease that is causing your hair to grow. What it is when you grease your scalp, or when I used to grease my scalp, I would part and apply the grease, part and apply the grease, and then after that I would go in with my hands and give my scalp a wonderful, delicious massage for at least 5 minutes and just massage my whole scalp. That is what grows your hair. It is the scalp massages. What it's doing is it's stimulating your scalp. It stimulates your hair follicles, getting the blood flow moving and growing, and that allows for your hair to grow. So it's the stimulation that occurs when you do your scalp massages. So you can do an oil or grease to massage your scalp. So let's bring out the Blue Magic, the famous Blue Magic. So what is in Blue Magic? So Blue Magic has petroleum, lanolin, lecithin, and mineral oil. That sounds like something in the Bible. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I don't even know what these are. Like, what is lanolin? Lanolin. What is lanolin?
According to Healthline, lanolin oil is a waxy substance derived from sheep. Its emollient, conditioning properties make it an effective ingredient in combating dry skin and hair. It's also used as a moisturizer for cracked lips or nipples.
Oh, so that's a lot. Thanks, girl. So what's funny is Blue Magic is called Blue Magic Conditioner Hair Dress. Nourish your hair and scalp. So it doesn't even say hair grease. Does it say hair grease? No. And this is the original anti-breakage formula. So once again, it could be anti-breakage because it is going to create a barrier so the moisture can stay in your hair. Moisturized hair doesn't break, so I get it, but you just have to use it right. So it looks good, but I can already smell it and it doesn't smell good at all. Yeah, it smells like something for your car, like a chemical. It just smells bad, but it does smell like the original. So I used to use this grease back in the day and it smells exactly the same. I thought it would smell like coconutty, like I don't know why I was thinking of like a blue pina colada. So like coconut, pineapple-y. I thought it was gonna smell good because this blue looks good, but no. So I brought this out because so many people I've seen on YouTube, and like I said, Nisha asked me, do I use Blue Magic? It was only like $2. But will I use grease now? I'm gonna say probably not. Oil is good for me. If I need to use a sealant, I would use an oil. Also, it's lightweight, it isn't heavy, because I do like for my hair to be lightweight airy, breezy, light, fluffy. I don't like heavy, weighed down hair. If I was in protective mode, say I was doing a protective style, like maybe braids or something, and I knew I wasn't going to do my hair a lot and I really moisturize my hair, maybe I would use this grease. Not really sure, not really sold on it, but I have it, so maybe I'll test it out and see how it goes. Give me a like if you want me to, say, use this grease for a week and to give you my feedback and a review on this Blue Magic grease. Oh, excuse me, not grease, conditioner hair dress. So those are the facts, and I'm gonna let you be the judge. So comment down below and let me know if hair grease is canceled or not. Are you using hair grease in your hair? Let us know. We need to know. We want to know. Comment down below. Check out these videos next on more relaxed hair content. Go ahead, check them out. It's not over yet. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. Be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks, lovies, and I'll see you in the next one.